Hey guys, welcome back to the Connoisseur Reviews. So we're about, give or take, halfway through the year, and it's been a pretty solid year for movies. I've liked a lot of the movies we've seen. I've deliberately avoided some of the ones that have gotten really bad reviews. I'll probably catch them later when they're on Netflix or on demand or something like that where I can rent it. But those aren't movies I've wasted my time in theaters. But the ones that I did watch have been pretty darn good. So having said that, I'm going to rank them from 5 to 10. If you've seen them, let me know. I won't go too much into detail. You guys can check out my other reviews. I'll leave a link to them so you guys can check those movies out, or you can scroll through the playlist. Well, having said that, here we go. Number 5 is John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum. What a wonderful way to continue this franchise. 2 might still be my favorite, but 3 is definitely fighting for that spot. It has great action. John Wick's story, they're expanding the world so much more. John Wick as a character is being delved into more and more as we find out more about his past, and him just coming into his own, and then all the new characters introduced can expand the world to so much more, where I can see multiple franchises being spawned off of just this one basic movie. And I'm really excited for John Wick Chapter 4. Speaking of 4s, number 4, Toy Story 4. I feel like it is a great addition to the Toy Story saga. Like, it lives up to the hype. I was really scared that this movie would disappoint, but it did not. It had all this great moments of character. Like I was saying in my original review, that it's like getting a hug from an old friend. And this movie does not disappoint. It is probably the funniest Toy Story. It has some of the most heartfelt moments. While I don't think it lives up to the first 3 movies, it still deserves to stand next to all 3 of them. While it's the weakest in the franchise, but it's still such a great movie. Animation is great, voice acting is great, the new characters, I love seeing Bo Peep being proactive. Key and Peele are great in it. Just all around really good movie. 3rd was a movie that I had very little expectation, and I'm sure a lot of people did too. They weren't expecting much from this movie. It's Fighting With My Family. That movie is just so much fun. It has, a great up-and-coming story. It delves into the background scenes of what it takes to become a WWE superstar. And if you're a WWE fan, I know you're going to like a lot more, because I'm personally biased, but even if you're not a WWE fan, you're going to find the humor great. You're going to find the story of a family great. It's stuff that we can all relate to. And then, even if you don't understand all the lingo and stuff, you'll appreciate how much hard work and dedication it takes to become a WWE superstar. And for that reason, Fighting With My Family is my number 3 movie of the year. Number 2, I know a lot of people were very disappointed with it, and it didn't do well with critics either, but I freaking loved it. I think it's a great conclusion to what M. Night Shyamalan started so many years ago with Unbreakable. Number 2 is Glass for me. Glass is just storytelling at its peak. It's a culmination of 17 years of storytelling into this one movie that covers 3 different characters, and each moment has its own precise story where it delves into each character. Seeing Bruce Willis back is great. Seeing Sam Jackson back as Mr. Glass is fantastic. And James McAvoy just kills it. His performance is great. There's a sense of heart to this film. The ending, while it was controversial, I think it did justice to the story. And it opens up, if he ever decides to go back into the Unbreakable universe, he has more story that he can tell. And I just think it's just a great movie of just appreciating differences and overcoming adversity and all that. And my number 1 favorite movie of the year is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I freaking love this movie. It has great story. It has great animation. The music is phenomenal. The whole series is great. And this movie concludes this story from almost 10 years ago in a very heartfelt and emotionally satisfying way that almost rivals Toy Story 3. The only flaw I find with it is it's not How to Train Your Dragon 2, because How to Train Your Dragon 2 is probably one of my all-time favorite movies. It is a masterpiece. This movie just doesn't hit that height, but, most movies don't hit that height. But it came so close. It's such a good movie. If you want the Dragons universe to be more expanded, to finally see that conclusion to Hiccup and Toothless' story, this is the way to go. And it did justice to it, and I love this movie so much. So that's my top 5. Number 5, John Wick 3, Parabellum. Number 4, Toy Story 4. Number 3, Fighting with My Family. Number 2, Glass. And number 1 is How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden Worlds. With that being said, let me know if any of your guys' favorite movies made it. What are your guys' top 5s of the year so far? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. And I am looking forward to the rest of the year, because if it's been this good early on, I can only imagine what these Oscar movies can bring to that table. I don't know a lot of the smaller movies that are coming out, but a few movies that I'm looking forward to are like Frozen 2. There's, Spider-Man Homecoming is coming out in about a week. There's all sorts of movies. The Fast and the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. Those are some great blockbusters that I'm looking forward to. I haven't really looked down the movie list of what's coming out as the smaller independent ones, but hopefully it's a great year for movies. The first half of the year has proven pretty good. So like I said, let me know what you guys think of the movie so far of the year. I totally forgot a couple honorable mentions. Rocketman, fantastic movie. That movie might sneak up into my top 10 later in the year. It might even knock out some of the movies in my top 5. And then there's Avengers Endgame. What a way to end a 10-year plus franchise story into a satisfying conclusion. It's just epic. So having said that, all right, guys, let me know what you guys' favorites are. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on my various social media sites at AwesomeArnoldK or at TheConnoisseur Reviews on my Tumblr. All right, guys, Gucci.